घर में डोमेस्टिक वायलेंस हो रहा है, मारपीट हो रही है, बच्चों के ऊपर भी हाथ उठाया जा रहा है. On the second day during the honeymoon, he hit her and she was like taken aback. She couldn't think that somebody could, be physical. So she said, इसमें कौन सी बात है, मैं तो शादी के पहले दिन से पिट रही थी, तो हमने तो बहुत पिटाई खाई है, पर हमने तो परिवार चलाया है, देखो बच्चे हैं, अब सब बच्चे अच्छा कर रहे हैं, हस्बैंड भी ठीक है, तो ये तो एक का थप्पड़ कोई बड़ी बात नहीं होती. ये ठीक है, आप बता दो अगर आप वेस्टर्न टॉयलेट में कन्वर्ट करोगे, देन आई विल कंसिडर आपके बेटे से शादी करना. दैट वाज हर ओनली क्राइटेरिया.
Welcome on Sipping Thoughts. We are back here after 6 years, I guess. A lot has changed in 6 years. COVID happened, then post-COVID, pre-COVID, during COVID, a lot of content strategy changed. So we had a conversation with senior lawyer Priya Ingorani, which was a very, very popular, most liked and followed content on divorces, reason of divorces, and very, very good insights we got. But उस बात को भी अब 6 साल हो गए हैं, तो let's see what changed after 6 years. And here we are with Priya. So
hello.
Hi. Welcome back.
Thank you. Good to be back.
We want to know that 6 साल पहले हमने इंटरव्यू किया था और 6 साल में दुनिया भी चेंज हो गई. कोविड हुआ, कोविड के बाद लाइफस्टाइल चेंज हुई. So what exactly has changed in last 6 years?
See, when we last spoke and discussed the scenario in India, divorce rate was going up. It had gone up in the last 3 decades, and it was going up, and reasons were very different, whether it was economical independence or emotional, independence, and also a lot of issues which at that time were relevant, where people were very willing to go and fight with each other. There was stress, women were going out to work, but then COVID happened, and after COVID, because a lot of families lost a lot of people during COVID, of course there was a lot of domestic violence, and you must have read about it. कि बहुत, क्योंकि घरों में सब बंद थे और कोई एवेन्यू नहीं था, जॉब्स नहीं थे, एंड पीपल हु वर यूज्ड टू ड्रिंकिंग, वो ड्रिंक्स, शराब नहीं मिल रही थी, तो वो जो कहते ना रिग्रेशन जो था, that was all coming out in that closed confines of the house. तो हमारे पास ड्यूरिंग कोविड इतने केसेस आए. देयर वाज अ केस जहाँ एक लड़के ने फ़ोन करके कहा कि 17 साल का लड़का था, स्टिल अ माइनर. ही सेड कोई तरीका है कि भाई कैन यू सेंड माय पेरेंट्स, वन पेरेंट और बोथ पेरेंट्स, टू आइसोलेशन सेंटर, क्योंकि घर में रोज़ लड़ाई होती है, रोज़ मारपीट होती है, और मेरे ऊपर भी हाथ उठ रहा है जबकि मेरा कोई कसूर नहीं होता. सो दैट वाज द डेस्परेशन लेवल कोविड के टाइम में, एंड बहुत केसेस बढ़े. कोर्ट्स बहुत कम काम कर रहे थे उन दिनों में, NGOs भी नहीं कर रही थी, जो भी कुछ हो रहा था ऑनलाइन हो रहा था. सो दैट वाज अ वेरी डिफिकल्ट पीरियड एज इफ यू लुक एट इन फैमिली होम्स एंड ऑल. देन पोस्ट कोविड देखा कि धड़ाधड़ लिटिगेशन इतना बढ़ गया, मैट्रिमोनियल डिवोर्सेस इतने फाइल होने लगे, सेपरेशंस इतनी फाइल होने लगी, custody cases इतने फाइल होने लगे. So I would say from 2022-23 there's been such a surge in courts on litigation. As a result, courts are overburdened. उतने judges नहीं हैं across India, infrastructure नहीं है, but the cases have gone up. And also I feel during COVID बहुत awareness थी, because a lot of people were on social media. है क्या, because everybody is confined in their homes. हर एक बैठ के या तो टीवी पे, अपने मोबाइल्स पे देखते थे, गूगल पे या सोशल मीडिया पे इतने इंस्टाग्राम पोस्ट आने लगे, इतने मतलब जैसे यूट्यूब चैनल पे इतने सारे प्रोग्राम्स आने लगे, वेयर पीपल वुड पुट आउट देयर केसेस और देयर एक्सपीरियंसेस और इवन सजेशंस कि आप ये कर सकते हो, अगर आपके घर में लड़ाई झगड़ा हो, ये कर सकते हैं, वो कर सकते हैं. सो दैट अवेयरनेस वाज देयर अमंगस्ट ऑल स्ट्रेटा. गरीब से गरीब के घर में, मिडिल क्लास, अपर मिडिल क्लास, एनीवे एवरीबडी वाज गेटिंग टू नो कि यू हैव सम राइट और यू हैव अ वेट where some legal remedy कहीं आप जा सकते हैं. So now in this last 5 years I would say लड़कियों ने बहुत jobs pick up करी हैं, और lot of families are now encouraging, because it was very difficult times financially. It was difficult times during COVID. Lot of girls have now come out and said we are going to work, we need to support our families. A lot of boys have also now realized that it's good to have working women in their houses. If you have a wife who's working, it helps the finances of the house. तो वो एक चेंज, माइंडसेट चेंज इन द मेन आया है, आई फील, इन द लास्ट 5-6 years. एंड ऑफ कोर्स वायलेंस भी बढ़ी है, सहन शक्ति कम हुई है. There have been very young deaths, which you are aware of. You know, we're reading every day 42, 40, 28, 53, any age now, heart attacks. And there are legal consequences if something like this happens, so which we'll talk about. So there has been a lot of change.
I know. But Priya, what are the main reasons for the divorces? Are they the same as before? और जैसे आपने बोला कि सहन शक्ति भी कम हो गई है. So what are the top 3 or 4 reasons आप देख रहे हैं कि couple separate हो रहे हैं?
According to me, domestic violence is still a very big issue.
Okay.
There are people raising their hands. वो mindset अभी इतना नहीं बदला है. There's a lot of domestic violence. Now the thing is that, you know, they say कि भी the girl is earning, she is financially independent, so she can manage on her own, she can take a place on rent, तो leave the house. So वो एक concept जो हो गया है कि आप घर से निकल जाओ, और the girls say कि हम इस घर में नहीं रहेंगे, we are okay to take a place on rent and live. If we don't go back to our parents' home, we are okay to take a house and live. तो उस point of view से financial independence is one of the reasons where there is people are moving out of their matrimonial home, or they are being thrown out. The second reason I feel that a lot of divorce has gone up is because now वो जैसे कहा सहन शक्ति नहीं है, patience नहीं है. In the younger lot there is no patience to try and make the marriage work, and they have decided कि भाई compatibility नहीं है, let's go. The third reason is I think a lot of families are hiding a lot of true facts about the children. Many cases in the last 3-4 years have come across where if the boy has suffered something post-COVID or has been on some medication or there's been depression, these things are not disclosed when, in particularly in arranged marriages, they are not disclosed. And when they find out later कि बाद में पता चलता है शादी के बाद that the boy is on medication for depression, or COVID has affected him to have a good sexual life. So these cases then come out after marriage. So that becomes a reason, you know, and there's no, some of them don't want to wait for the, you know, the medication to take its full course, or they feel that there will be no sexual relation or there will be no children. So there have these kind of cases have come up in my, which I have done also. And the third reason according to me is still dowry, and still gifts. Dowry is still a continuing thing in a lot of families, a lot of expenditure, and then things don't work out. Love marriages are, at least according to me, not taking place so much as more as arranged marriages are taking place. There is a shift in that. I feel a lot of families, even if the girl or a boy like each other, they are still taking the consent or approval of the families, because there are a lot of financials involved nowadays. Because everybody wants a destination wedding, they want the 5-day wedding, and Fern and Petals is doing very well in that. So there are a lot of, if you see in the last post-COVID, if you'll see, there are many more destination weddings which have taken place than they used to be pre-COVID.
आपके पास क्या इस टाइप के केसेस भी आते हैं जो कि आपको लगता है कि नहीं है, इतना इनफ स्ट्रॉन्ग रीजन नहीं है डिवोर्स का?
हाँ, बहुत आते हैं, lot of cases, and we definitely advise them to go for counseling. See, in the last 7-8 years, I would say there are very good marriage counselors, trained marriage counselors, which have now started advertising or have now are there in the field, where we do tell them to go for marriage counseling, because sometimes the issues are, you said, very very petty, not good enough. In पुराने ज़माने में कहते थे मार भी खाई तो सह लो, जिंदगी चलाओ और घर चलाना है, you know. In fact, one case which I am doing where this girl said exactly what you mentioned, came back, he hit her first. Anyway, again it happened on the 5th day, 6th day they came back. She went and told her mother-in-law कि भाई, you know, he raised his hand on me during the honeymoon, सह लो. So that was, and she had come from a completely different background where respect, and there was, कहीं कभी ऊंची आवाज में उनके घर में किसी ने नहीं बोला, गाली गलौज तो बहुत दूर की बात है. So for her it was a, I would say, cultural shock, and she felt that, you know, her self-respect was hurt. She said, how can somebody raise their hand? मेरे भाई ने आज तक मेरे ऊपर हाथ नहीं उठाया, तो मतलब how can I tolerate somebody hitting me? So yes, there are. So I told her, I said, why don't you go to a counselor? before going in, because अभी साल भी नहीं हुआ. So as per law, 1 year after marriage is when you can go in for divorce. You can't go in for divorce till 1 year after marriage. So I said आप 1 साल तो अभी divorce file नहीं कर सकते. तो why don't you go to a marriage counselor, take him to the marriage counselor and see if you can resolve these issues. She said he's got a lot of anger issues. I said then see if he can go to a person, anger management. आजकल तो हर चीज़ की skill है ना. Anger management की भी doctors हैं who help you do anger management. They specialize in this. So she said he will not agree. She did try and talk to him and said, "Ki let's go into a counselor if you want to make our marriage work. Let's go and see somebody." He said, "मुझ में problem नहीं है, तुम में problem है. तुम मुझे irritate करती हो, तुम instigate करती हो, इसलिए मुझे गुस्सा आता है. तुम जाओ, मैं नहीं जाऊँगा." So then now we are looking at other legal options for her.
No, but that's very much interesting to know कि मतलब you have to wait 1 year. And separation के बारे में बताइए. Can you separate within that 1 year, or do you have to separate first and then go for divorce?
No, you can separate. I mean, you can go to court and ask for a legal separation. But then it's that, according to me, फायदा नहीं है मेरे हिसाब से उसका कि what's the point of separating if you're not, if you see there are lot of legal remedies. Suppose you're married and you are nahi ban rahi and you walked out of the house, or you thrown out of the house within 6 months of the marriage, or even 2 days of a marriage, and if there's been domestic violence, then there is a new provision, the new act which came into place, the Domestic Violence Act, Protection of Women from Domestic Violence. You can go to the court immediately and say that there's been domestic violence. Domestic violence can be physical, can be financial deprivation, economic deprivation, emotional violence. All these things come under that. And you can go to court and say कि domestic violence हुआ है, मुझे मतलब मेरे को एक तो protection चाहिए. That is the only act now in our country which gives the woman to ask for a right to stay in her matrimonial home, shared household. So there is a word which is used in that act which is called shared household. If you are part of a shared household, you were living, whether it is your in-laws' house or your husband's house, and you're living in that, you cannot be thrown out of your matrimonial home till you get a shelter on your head.
Okay.
Either you continue to stay in that house, or the husband has to provide alternate accommodation equivalent to the same standard for you to stay. So that is a huge change. I mean, that is, the law was there of course before COVID also, but that is something which is now being used by girls to get some shelter on their head. पहले तो होता था कि अपने माँ बाप के चले जाओ, या मतलब जहाँ जाना है जाओ. You thrown out, you could not ask for shared household or a right to stay in that house, right to residence.
तो थ्योरी में तो बहुत सी चीज़ें हैं कि जैसे आपको शेल्टर, यू कैन स्टे इन योर हस्बैंड्स हाउस, इन लॉज हाउस, और यू कैन गेट अ शेल्टर. बट इन रियल लाइफ, व्हेन यू आर स्टेइंग इन योर हस्बैंड हाउस, how do you just define or prove that I am being tortured or mental harassment or any kind of
See, instances होते हैं like जैसे I mean so many of our cases, एक तो हाथ उठाना तो है ही है. Then not to give money. Suppose she's a housewife, तो she needs money to sustain herself, run the house. अगर वो नहीं, I mean if he doesn't give money, he doesn't give her to run the expense house, or gives her money to run the house, but doesn't give her for her personal care, for her own clothes, for her medical this thing, or for the children, then that is economic deprivation. तो फिर वो पैसे नहीं देगा तो घर कैसे चलेगा? How will she live? You can't say कि भी तुम अपने माँ बाप से लेके आओ, या हर महीने अपने माँ बाप से पैसा लो. I mean, I was just doing a case of a girl, जो very very qualified girl, one son, husband is a senior vice president in a multinational company, and he would not give her money. He would always tell her for himself also, he said अपने माँ बाप को बोलो मुझे खर्ची दे. And he would not spend his money. So she said, you're earning like 5-7 lakhs a month. You should look after me and the child. So he would tell her, you, because she was initially working at the time of marriage, so she had some saving. So he used to say, नहीं तुम अपनी सारी saving मेरे नाम transfer कर दो, तुम बच्चे की देखभाल करो, तुम पैसा दो, घर तुम चलाओ, मैं नहीं दूंगा, I will not give you a penny. In fact, when she went to the US, उसको कहता है कि मैं US तुम्हें मिलने आना चाह रहा हूँ, तुम अपने पिताजी को बोलो मेरी US की टिकट काट के दे. So he said, why you are earning? So why? कहता नहीं, मैं अपने पैसे तुम्हारे ऊपर नहीं खर्च करूँगा, तुम्हें मिलने के लिए नहीं खर्च करूँ. There are some sadistic kind of people in this world as well. So now she's fighting it, and we've just calculated over the last 7 years of that marriage, of course now they are separated for the last 2 years and she's in the process of filing a divorce and all that stuff. But in the 7 years of marriage, she spent about 40-50 lakhs on him. She's given him 40-50 lakhs from her parents and this and that. So you have these kind of rare, I mean, these are very one-off cases, but they are there. So domestic violence prove करने के लिए या cruelty prove करने के लिए you have instances in the house. If your mother-in-law misbehaves with you और वो ताने मारते हैं, then we tell the girls you record it, record your हाथ उठाए हुए घर में. आजकल बहुत घरों में आप देखोगे सीसीटीवी कैमरास लगे हुए हैं, which is something new. पहले नहीं होता था. And I think now mostly लड़के वाली families put it because to safeguard themselves कि हमारे खिलाफ कोई झूठा केस ना बन जाए, हमारे अगेंस्ट ऐसा ना बोलो कि हमने मारा. तो सीसीटीवी फुटेज आ जाएगी, उसमें ये आएगा कि भाई देखो कोई मारपीट नहीं हुई घर के अंदर.
बट प्रिया, आपने एक बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग बात बताई, द अमाउंट ऑफ टाइम. मतलब यू आर टॉकिंग अबाउट दिस गर्ल 2 साल मतलब, एंड सेपरेशन भी हो चुका. हाउ लॉन्ग डज दिस फुल प्रोसेस टेक?
It depends on how, when the girl wants to go to court. For the last 5 years, 7 years now, she's been petrified of him. बहुत डरती है उससे. And she's just scared कि he keeps telling her कि मैं बच्चा ले जाऊँगा, मैं तुम्हें मार दूँगा. And one occasion, 1 year, he went to meet her and he said on her birthday, and she is very happy कि maybe मेरे birthday पे मिलने आ रहा है, things are going to change and all that stuff. So he goes and says, I came to wish you death.
Oh my God.
So she said, why? He said, so that तुम मर जाओगी तो I'll take the child away.
But Priya, ये तुम्हारी बात, why are we always hopeful? We are seeing the signals, हमें सब कुछ दिख रहा है, but हमें लगता है कि वो birthday wish करने आया, तो वो hope.
Exactly. Because
Child,
traditionally
I think, बच्चा
we
भी
are,
कहीं ना कहीं
yeah,
है.
बच्चा भी, they traditionally I think we in our families, girls are told, to try and maintain the marriage, work double hard to see if the relationship works. That kind of thing is not ingrained in the men. I mean, when you look at बचपन से मतलब in our homes, you will not find a mother telling a daughter, a son, that देखो you have to work very hard to make your marriage work. You'll always tell the daughter कि तुम्हें मेहनत करनी है, you have to work very hard to make your marriage work, because you're going to a different house. तुम उस घर के रीति रिवाज अपनाओगी, तुम उस घर के तौर तरीके अपनाओगी, तुम उस घर को अपना बनाओगी. So for her, after 25 years or 22 years of living in one kind of environment, वो दूसरे घर में जाके she has to adapt to that kind of environment. Whereas the man is not coming. So they don't tell the boy कि तुमने वो घर में आ रही है उसको comfortable करना है, या तुमने अपने तौर तरीके बदलने हैं so that वो comfortable हो, या हम अपने तौर तरीके बदलें so that जो हमारे घर में नया इंसान आए वो उसके साथ adjust हो. मतलब you have to give and take. वो जो adjustments and वो कहते हैं वो that mindset अभी वो नहीं आया है.
True, that's why
And और अगर होता क्या, अगर वो कहते हैं कि अच्छा आपस में नहीं बनती, और now a lot of families, upper class families, middle class families saying कि हम तो बेटा बहू को अलग कर देंगे पहले दिन से, वो अलग रहें, न्यूक्लियर फैमिली कर देंगे, वो अपना रहें, बिकॉज हमें कोई झमेले में नहीं पड़ना. सो दैट माइंडसेट इज गॉन फ्रॉम टू दैट एक्सटेंट ओनली.
कहीं ना कहीं हम टोटली कंफ्यूज तो नहीं हो रहे हैं. मतलब देयर इज नो वन रूल कि ये मैरिजेस का ये फॉर्मूला है जिसको आप मेंटेन कर लो तो आपकी शादी ठीक होगी. पूरा सिस्टम फॉल्टी हो रहा है.
It's so many cultures, so many religions, so many things in our country, तो bound to have so many variations.
तो चलो मैं आपसे ये पूछती हूँ कि जब हमने ये बात करी थी कि शादी के पहले क्या क्या चीजें हमें 6 साल पहले हमने बात करी थी कि क्या ध्यान रखना चाहिए, आज हमें शादी के लिए जब when you want to get married, तो what are the things that you should take care of?
First of all, I have come across a lot of young girls and boys who say हमने शादी ही नहीं करनी.
Yes.
They're scared. तो they don't want to get married. और जैसे अच्छा अभी नहीं, जब तक हमें कोई we are comfortable हम तब देखेंगे, अभी नहीं. So earlier जो एक concept था कि भाई 21 का लड़का होता था या 23 का लड़का होता था, जॉब ले ली, शादी कर दो, so that they have their young parents and we become young grandparents and all. अब वो concept नहीं है. A lot of people are not getting married. Having said that, I still say the same thing as far as the girls are concerned. You must have your own bank account, you must have your own locker. You must from day one in a relationship say कि भाई as far as my gifts are concerned, I will keep them, which is given to me by my parents or my relatives, friends. And जो लड़की को ससुराल से मिलता है वो उसका स्त्री धन होता है. ये अब ट्रेंड नया मैंने देखा है कि अब शादियों में लड़के वाले बहुत कम सामान देते हैं. बहुत कम सामान देते हैं, बिकॉज दे फील कि वो तो चला गया तो वो स्त्री धन है, तो वो रखेगी, तो पहले दिन से ही उसका हो गया शादी के बाद। तो अगर एक दिन की शादी चले, 10 साल की शादी चले, सो दे ऑल्सो हैव स्टार्टेड सेइंग अभी एक सेट चढ़ा देते हैं या 4 कंगन दे देते हैं, सब कुछ सेटल हो जाएगा तो फिर और दे देंगे। सो दैट माइंडसेट हैज चेंज एज फार एज द बॉयज फैमिली इज कंसर्न। तो दे डोंट गिव सो मच एज पहले होता था। बहुत सारे परिवारों में मैंने देखा नहीं देते, बिकॉज वो देन इट्स स्त्रीदान। सो बट थोड़ा है ज़्यादा है, यू नो वी से कि भाई अपने पास रखो। Now the other thing which we have come across is a lot of girls, you know, are asking, and it's happened with a few friends ke bacche. One friend of mine, his son is looking for a girl. So first thing she asked, in every time he has met a girl, she said, तुम्हारे घर में कितने कमरे हैं, घर में कितने स्टाफ है, कितनी गाड़ियाँ हैं, अगर मैं आऊँगी तो what are the privileges I will get in your house. So that awareness, I mean, at sometimes I feel it's cockiness कि इतने सवाल तो मैं ये देखना चाहिए कि संस्कार अच्छे हैं, घर अच्छा है, पढ़े लिखे लोग हैं, that should be your criteria. ठीक है, you can definitely ask कि भाई like what will be my accommodation and all. एक घर में था, and this was a lower middle class family from one of my staff. The son was getting married, so the girl asked question कि भाई आपके घर में western toilet है या Indian toilet है. So I'm used to a western toilet. So he said हमारे घर में तो Indian toilets ही हैं. We found it very funny but then very practical also.
बट ये बताइए वेस्ट में कम से कम ये सारी चीज़ें प्री नप में कोई लोग डॉक्यूमेंट कर लेते हैं, सो दे हैव अ बेसिस ऑफ सेइंग ओके दिस इज व्हाट वी हैव अग्रीड, बट इन इंडिया ऐसा कुछ तो होता नहीं है, सो व्हाट इज द वे?
Prenup is not valid under law in India. So there's no concept of prenup. So what is happening is, you know, there are two sides to it. The girls look at it, the girls family looks at the income, the education. आजकल I think education पे बहुत जोर है. A lot of families are looking for IS officers, IS officers, doctors, engineers. A lot of people are not looking at business families. बिकॉज बिजनेसेस जॉइंट होती हैं, बिजनेसेस में लड़के को का इट्स नॉट डिफाइंड इज जस्ट अ सैलरी. सो अ लॉट ऑफ एजुकेटेड फैमिलीज बट फ्रॉम द गर्ल साइड आर लुकिंग मोर फॉर एजुकेशन and a good pay package. So one is that is they feel that's one their financial security. The other thing they look for is whether the houses, the boys or the families or the what is the rent पे रहते हैं नहीं रहते. These are the criteria they look at. As far as safeguards are concerned, as I said, girls को तो अपनी चीज़ें संभालनी है. You know, they have to look after what they take or what they have in their financial. So we also tell them that, you know, you should have a frank chat with the boy and the family that if I'm earning and if you're in a nuclear husband-wife living together and running a house, then we can look at doing 50-50 running the house. But if the husband is earning much more than the wife is, then he should look after maintaining the house, whereas she puts away the money for security for bad times, you know. So that kind of thing, you should have a frank talk. But I don't think people do have frank talks because arranged marriages में तो बिल्कुल वो शर्मा शर्मी इतनी होती है, वो नहीं करते. As far as the boys' families are concerned, because there's a lot of misuse also. तो the boys' families, they say that, you know, हम लड़के के नाम ज़्यादा कुछ रखना नहीं चाहते, हम रखते नहीं हैं. शादी होगी तो पता चला कि जो उसका है वो आधा तो वो ले जाएगी. That thought process is there. But as per law, she is not entitled to the house or she's not entitled to the taking away 50% of the property because unless it's in her name.
कि जैसे आपने बोला कि अगर सेपरेट हुई या डिवोर्स हुआ तो वो शी डजंट हैव एनी राइट ऑन हस्बैंड्स प्रॉपर्टी.
Yes. So what she is entitled to as law, under law, is only her maintenance if she's not working. If she's working and she's earning about the same as the husband, she's not even entitled to maintenance. The children are entitled to maintenance. She is entitled to, if the marriage breaks and if it goes into a divorce, she is entitled to alimony if she asks for it. And that also is looked at generally 1/3 of the income and assets of this thing. So she cannot, as a matter of right, say कि ये घर is in your name, तो 50% घर मुझे दो, or I'm entitled to it. She is not. Under law, she is not entitled to the house, or any accommodation, or any of his properties, or his business, unless she's a director in the business, or she's getting income from the business. So that gives you, there's not that, law doesn't say that she's going to, you know, clean his bank account. And alimony तभी मिलती है once you move an application in court saying कि alimony should be provided to me, and that is only an application is moved after the divorce is granted. It cannot be filed before. Alimony is also the discretion of the court. It's not a matter of right. But what happens is, because to buy peace, most of these matters don't go to trial. Most of these matters get settled middle में, क्योंकि मीडिएशन का कॉन्सेप्ट है, काउंसलिंग का कॉन्सेप्ट है, कोर्ट भी कहता है, लॉयर्स भी कहते हैं कि देखो साथ नहीं रहना, सेटल कर लो, यू नो बाय योर पीस. लड़कों को कहते हैं बाय योर पीस, लड़कियों को कहते हैं तुम्हें कोई जस्टिस तो मिलेगा नहीं, ठीक है यू हैव सफर्ड, बट यू कैन नेवर क्वान्टिफाई इट इनटू एन अमाउंट. यू कैन नेवर से कि भाई इतने पैसे में तुम्हारे जो मारपीट हुई है उसका कॉम्पेंसेशन है, या यू नो इट्स योर, उससे जस्टिस नहीं है, दैट्स नॉट जस्टिस इनफ. तो सो द गर्ल्स इन द फैमिली ऑल्सो से कि रोज़ रोज़ कोर्ट जाने से, लंबा समय लगने से इससे अच्छा है एक लमसम अमाउंट मिल जाए, चलो इन्वेस्ट कर देंगे और लड़की के आगे करें, शादी ना करें, बट एटलीस्ट शी हैज़ सम फाइनेंशियल सिक्योरिटी. सो दीज मैटर्स गेट सेटल्ड इन मीडिएशन, in with counseling or through lawyers. So there are ways of settling these matters. So alimony only comes towards the end if a divorce takes place. उसके बाद एक application लगती है for alimony. जब मैटर सेटल होता है, एज अ पैकेज डील सेटल होता है कि केसेस विड्रॉ करे, जो डाउरी के केसेस डाले या डोमेस्टिक वायलेंस डाला या लड़के ने कोई एफआईआर डाली, तो वो केसेस विड्रॉ होते हैं, एक लमसम अमाउंट सेटलमेंट होती है. उस सेटलमेंट में ही एलिमनी, स्त्रीधन का, इफ़ दे हैव गिवन द ज्वेलरी बैक तो वो तो अलग होता है, बट अगर ज्वेलरी नहीं दी, इन ल्यू ऑफ दैट जैसे हम पैसा देंगे, हम ज्वेलरी नहीं दे रहे, तो इन ल्यू ऑफ दैट एक क्वान्टिफाइड अमाउंट फॉर ज्वेलरी, सम अमाउंट फॉर मेंटेनेंस, सम अमाउंट फॉर एलिमनी, उसको सब क्लब करके लड़की को दिया जाता.
क्या क्वेश्चंस है जो कि हमें बिल्कुल मस्ट है जो पूछना चाहिए?
If you are in a going in for an arranged marriage, first of all तो this should be completely clear कि भाई कोई दहेज ना लेना ना देना. But that is something a complete, it's Dowry Prohibition Act है हमारे देश में, जो देता है उसको भी सज़ा होनी चाहिए और जो लेता है उसको भी सज़ा होनी चाहिए. The law says that, पर वो लॉ कोई पढ़ता नहीं है, कोई समझता नहीं है, ना समझना चाहता है. So first of all a complete no. And in the past, if you've seen the last 5-7 years, बहुत सारी लड़कियों ने मना करा है, and it's come in social media कि शादी टूट गई बिकॉज उन्होंने दहेज मांगा और लड़की ने कह दिया मैं इस घर में शादी नहीं करूँगी. वेरी गुड, आई मीन कुडोज टू हर कि भाई, वेरी इंस्पायरिंग कि भाई उसने मना कर दिया. So that is one thing. Definitely say no to dowry, giving or taking, either way. Number two, even if you want to give gifts to the boy or the girl, do it in such a way that it is accountable. मतलब आप अकाउंट में दे दो, आप गोल्ड देते हो तो गोल्ड का एक रिकॉर्ड रखते हो, रिसीट रखते हो, you know you there's so many ways of recording, documenting what you are giving or taking. So that's number two. Number three, again I say बैंक अकाउंट्स अपने होने चाहिए, चाहे छोटे से छोटे गांव से. आजकल तो मैंने देखा है हमारे जो हमारा स्टाफ है उन सबको उनके स्कूल्स में, बच्चों के स्कूल में, जो दिल्ली गवर्नमेंट के स्कूल्स हैं, स्कूल्स में पेरेंट्स को, जो मदर्स को पर्टिकुलरली मंथ से मंथ बुलाते हैं और उनको ये सिखाते हैं हाउ टू राइट अ चेक, हाउ टू ओपन अ बैंक अकाउंट, हाउ टू विड्रॉ फ्रॉम एन ATM, हाउ टू फिल FDR फॉर्म्स, हाउ टू फिल योर PPF फॉर्म्स. आई मीन दे आर गिविंग दिस ट्रेनिंग. एंड जो पेरेंट्स, पर्टिकुलरली मदर्स जो जाती हैं स्कूल्स में, दिस इज हैपनिंग ड्यूरिंग द प्रीवियस गवर्नमेंट टेन्योर, they, and if there is a girl child studying in the school, they would transfer 500 rupees in the account of the mother for this initiative. So which is a huge thing. So I know my staff in my house, I can say each one of them has a bank account, each one of them knows how to write a check, each one of them knows how to operate their ATM cards, which is a huge thing. And this is, I think, which we should encourage, you know, with everybody, that they should know that. So that is something. Financial independence, financial knowledge is a huge know-how these days. Number three, 4 is that even for the boys, I feel they should be upfront and they should tell them, the girl, that you keep your money with you, but I must know what it is and this is what I have and this is how we have to run our house. They should plan it together. कि दोनों should contribute. When झगड़े होते हैं, then you see most of the boys will say हम बच्चे की स्कूल फीस देंगे but और कुछ नहीं देंगे. अरे the child is not going to live on fresh air and love. उसके एक्स्ट्रा करिकुलर एक्टिविटीज़ हैं, उसके बर्थडे पार्टीज़ हैं. आजकल एक बच्चा बर्थडे पार्टी पे जाता है, एंड यू नो, वी ऑल नो दैट, कि 1000-1500 तो कहीं नहीं गए, यू नो. सो ऑल दोज एक्स्ट्रा एक्सपेंसेस दे से मदर विल हैंडल. शी हैज़ नो मनी. what do? Then they go to court. If they can be fair, at least vis-a-vis their children, to say कि भाई अच्छा बच्चों के लिए if I am earning 1 lakh rupees, I am going to give 10,000 or 20,000 rupees apart from school fees for the children. That's the fair thing to do.
True.
I mean that fairness must come in the boys. I must say that, and most of them are instigated by the parents, which is the sad part. They don't want to give. Why should they say why should we give? अरे बच्चे आपके भी हैं, बच्चों से नहीं डिवोर्स हो रहा, डिवोर्स हस्बैंड वाइफ का होता है, बच्चों से कभी डिवोर्स नहीं होता. द अदर एस्पेक्ट इज वेयर द गर्ल से कि मैं बच्चों को मिलने नहीं दूंगी, द पेरेंट्स से हम बच्चों को फादर से मिलने नहीं देंगे क्योंकि वो बच्चे पॉइजन करता है, माँ के अगेंस्ट बोलता है, ग्रैंड पेरेंट्स के अगेंस्ट बोलता है. अरे ही इज़ द फादर, ही हैज़ द राइट टू मीट द चिल्ड्रन. Rights and duties go together. If he has a right to meet the children, he has a duty towards the children. So you must, both of them must understand कि बच्चे are not to be used as a tool to blackmail one or the other. That's very important. Times have changed. Even the Supreme Court has said that the father has the right to meet the child, get the love and affection. The child has the right to get the love and affection of the father. You can't isolate the child from the father. However bad your divorce is, however bad your litigation with each other is, don't involve the children. In fact, in the last 3-4 months, COVID ke baad se, there has been a lot of change in the mindset of the judges also. They are also thinking, and we have also been thinking as family lawyers, family matters jo karte hain, that now the need has come to have special lawyers appointed for children only. So they are neutral lawyers. They are neither the lawyers representing the wife or the lawyers representing the husband.
Only in the case
They,
of
where the custody battles are so distressful or they're so harsh, that a lawyer should be appointed by the court for the child so that the child's rights are protected.